everyone. This is Will Salt Shaker, and this is
Salt Shaker.
though. Today we're going to talk about what is it like to be in the life of CB. Now, my first question is, when did you get started with radio?
First of all, I want to thank you for the invitation to your Salt Shaker 2.0 show. I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to do with it, and I thank God for being invited. Now, to answer your question, when did I get started? I got started on CB in 1975.
So that's the year you started?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 1975. Okay, and in 1975, I was introduced to CB radio by a gentleman named, he called himself Dr. Kildare, 455, and he introduced me to the CB radio. And for a long time, I still say what made him think I wanted to talk on the radio, but I thank God he did because it kept me out of a lot of trouble. So it was in 1975. First radio was a Midland base, and I had a set of 3-element super scanners. Had got them from a guy, Boston Blackie, I think it was, and got that base station, and then and what made me do that, I was out of town and I heard some locals that I knew here in Dallas was talking on radio, and so I realized it was real because I thought it wasn't real at first. I thought people was out there fooling people, acting like they was somewhere else, and when reality, they was right around the corner or something. Well, I found it to be true, and so I fell in love with it. I bought me a little 50 watt amp box and bought me a Cobra 19. I had the one with the little bit of meter, then you had one with just a little modulator light on it, but I had the one with the little meter. And I tell you, I used to talk 238. That was the only thing I knew to call myself at that time because I was driving a 238 Detroit in a dump truck. And so that's why I started calling myself.
Okay, so you said you started to call yourself 238, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now you changed to Salt Shaker. What made you change your handle?
Well, it's a long story behind that, but I'm going to keep it short and simple and sweet because that handle has gotten me in many trouble has gotten me in trouble many times. Not nothing on my head, but I was given that handle by a young lady when I was looking for a handle. I came up with everything, but it just didn't fit. And so one day, she told me, I know what your handle is. And I said, well, what is that? Matter of fact, it was Dr. Kildare's wife, Lady Kildare. And she said, I know what your handle is. She said, you're going to be called Salt Shaker. And she said, ain't no shaker like a salt shaker. And I didn't understand that, but then that's who I've become, Salt Shaker. I've been that for the last 49 years.
Before we go to the next question, did you like be calling this? Did you like this name?
Salt Shaker?
Yeah.
I could rhyme with that thing, boy.
Okay.
I said they called me your Salt Shaker. What was it? Your Salt Shaker. Shake it to the east, shake it to the west. I do it the best when I step in the mess. No, it was Salt Shaker. The best shaking, that's what it was, Salt Shaker. The best shaking in the world outside of a squirrel. East and west, I do it the best when I step in the mess. Your sheet shaker, your heartbreaker, your love taker, your baby maker, your Mr. Salt Shaker.
Okay.
In the big horn, goddamn. So I got to where I could rhyme with that thing. So I like Salt Shaker.
Okay, so you like the name Salt Shaker.
Yes, sir.
So you still you've been on the radio since 1975. Like, why are you still at it? Did anything encourage you to do it, or are you just still at it?
It's fun.
Okay.
And especially especially when you come out there and you hear somebody new, a newcomer on the band. It makes you feel good, and if you can help. It was a gentleman. He calls himself now. He calls himself. Oh Lord, I hear him out there today. He used to call himself Wide Body. You remember Wide Body? Well, you was a lot younger, but he knows you. Mr. Wonderful, he called himself. And I remember when he first started talking. He had a 10 pill. I think it was a Joker, and I met him and began to tell him what to do and how to do, and now he's become a force to be reckoned with out there in the CB world because I went to him as a older CBer and started to impute in him some knowledge about how um, to talk on the CB radio. And a matter of fact, let me do this here. Top Gun the other day when we was over to Long John, and I was hoorahing you, and I told my son, "You's a mud duck. You're not a mud duck, brother. Just all in fun. Don't no disrespect intended." But yeah, so it's something that you can help somebody else do, and then especially when you get with somebody and they're all excited about it, and you can help them set their SWRs. You can help them put their alternators on, or put their batteries in, or help them to set it up. It just feels good. It just really, really feels good
Okay.
to be a part of something that's good. I mean, I've met a lot of people from all over the world. I've talked to a lot of people all over the world uh, on the CB radio, and it's nothing like it. It's nothing like it.
Okay. So here's another question I was asking before we moved on. Do you think you would ever quitting the CB radio? Do you think you would ever quit?
Nah, we CBers don't quit, we expire. And if you notice, I said we CBers. You have some that have quit for whatever reason it was. They quit, they left it alone, never to return. But those of us who are diehards and we are committed to the culture of CB, we do it until you hear from somebody else. You know, so and so passed away. That's how long we stay with it. You got guys been out there forever on the radio, and we stay with it. I mean, it's like a family. It's a culture of its own.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I got that. That was. There was a lot of things you talked about in that statement that I made. So, do you have any questions you would like to ask me?
Well, yeah, I guess I will. Uh, you're young now. You're 9. It's interesting. It seems fun. But do you think it's something that you would even indulge in over a long period of time?
To me, I really love doing it, and yes, I do love doing it. If I wanted to, then I will. If I'm on the game and I get bored, I'll go on the radio. Maybe even you would be on it.
Mm-hmm.
So if I had to do it, then I would.
Okay. And so another thing, we was talking about building something. So you're looking forward to building the power supply to learn something else to do.
Yes, I'm really joyful in doing that.
Okay.
It's doing that to me would be fun. Not only will it be fun, it'll be educational. I can learn about the wires, what wires you need to turn on the power supply, what wires go to make the sound, and what wires go to attach to the CB radio.
Okay. All right. So now, when you out there talking, how does it make you feel when some of the guys come back to you and you call them on the radio and they come back to you? Why did it go black and white? Keep going, don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, so the thing about it, to me, if they don't call me.
No, let me ask the question again. what is it about it? How does it make you feel when they come back to you? When you call a person and they come back and say, "Come on, little salt shaker," how does that make you feel?
If they call me, it makes me feel good.
Okay.
If they call me, they call me. If they don't, they don't. We'll
Okay.
just put it that way.
Okay. Because you know that you evidently don't have no condition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or somebody got a bigger hammer out there than you got.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as we move farther along in this father and son segment, we're gonna talk about a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
Like you taught me yesterday, I didn't know what an alligator was.
You
I
did?
thought it was an alligator on four wheels, and I drove trucks the biggest part of my life, and I don't even know why I never heard that. And here you come along at 9 and say an alligator is a blown out tire for 18 wheeler. Wow. So I'm looking forward to seeing what else you come up with and seeing how you are used in this environment and in this season to make a difference in our world as our world constantly changes. My suggestion to you is to learn all you can about communication. My encouragement to you, especially CB radio, learn how to build them, fix them, learn how to build, amplify, learn how to do all of that while you're young, because the future comes, you're gonna make a difference. And it's a lot of, like Long John said to you yesterday, he says that he has a mental illness. You heard Frank Lucas say he has one. He named off other people, but they became the scientists and the brilliant ones to build everything, because your minds are not wired like everybody else. So be creative and become a builder, and not just someone that gets out there on the radio and scream and holler and talk and, hoorah, but make a difference. Like Prime Minister, Motor Mouth Mall, 766, Frank Lucas, Jimmy Swagger, just to name a few of the guys. Even Mr. Lightbulb, Cole Red, who gave you that modulator.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just make a difference. And you're in a position, in a place and time where you can make that difference. So I just need you to stay focused and just do what I've taught you to do, and you're going to be all right. You hear me?
Yes, I heard you when you said that. Is there any other question you?
No, I ain't got no more. I don't have any more.
You don't?
Do you?
No, I don't have anything else. Well.
Okay, now I'm gonna do your part. I'm gonna say, this Salt Shaker 2.0.
What was Salt Shaker?
No, what was you finna say?
Man.
We having fun. Go ahead. I'm just having fun. Go ahead. What was you finna say? Oh,
Yes.
And to all of our CB friends, and especially your audience. I mean, I was out there the other day, and I was being told from Showdown 065 in the Big Islands, all of them were saying to tell you hello, and Crazy Man in Connecticut, and just people all over the globe is sending hellos and proud of you. So that is your community now. You have adopted another family besides your church family. You have a CB family. So what do you say to your CB family as they unite and come together to encourage you and to help build you to be a effective and respectful CB operator? So what you got to say to your folk out there?
One thing I want to say, I want to thank everyone for all the 36 subscribers. Not many people have commented on my videos, but those that have commented, I really appreciate it. And that's all. That's all I really want to say. Until next time, Will Salt Shaker.
And I want Salt Shaker, and I want to thank y'all for listening to our segment of Salt Shaker 2.0. Y'all take care now.